So the movie begins and we see Carol. She works as a caretaker in an old hedge home, and here she is so attached to a man as if he is her dad. Then a day comes when that man dies, and Carolyn loses interest in that old age home, and now she changes her job and gets a job as a private caretaker. That means she had to go to someone's house and work as a caretaker. While she is leaving for her new job, on the way she stops at a fuel station, which was very strange. The store here was built like an old house, and strange marks were also made outside it with red-colored powder. Caroline sees him, but without thinking much about it, she leaves for her address where she had to work. It is shown that the house was very big, and only 2 people used to live in this big house. Valet and her husband. Valet's husband was now paralyzed, and Caroline was called here to take care of him. Valet says that we have bought this house some time ago, and have been trying for a long time, but no one is ready to work here. Now, what was the reason behind this? Valet doesn't tell her this either, because she's afraid Caroline might leave him too. Now, she gives Caroline the master key of this house, which could open all the doors of this house. Now, here's another weird thing Carol notices. There were no mirrors in the entire house, and Wallet makes a weird excuse about it, saying we never needed mirrors. Well, time passes, and it is shown that Caroline was doing her duty very well. One day, when she comes to the garden with Benjamin, Wallet sends her to get some things from the attic. At this time, she sees a door hidden inside the attic, and when she tries to open it with her master key, the door does not open, and she comes out and tells this to the valet also. Wallet tells him, "We don't know. Ever since we bought this house, we've tried to open that door many times, but it doesn't open." Caroline also ignores these things, and life starts going on as per her routine. One night during a storm, she is awakened by a strange noise. She heard this sound coming from Benjamin's room. When she went there and checked, surprisingly Benjamin was neither on his bed nor on the real chair. Although he was paralyzed, he could still walk. Caroline becomes even more confused and then hears strange noises outside the window. When she looks out the window, she finds Benjamin trying to escape, but he is unable to stabilize himself on the roof and falls down from there. Both Valet and Caroline quickly go out to help him, and Valet tells Carol to go and get the wheelchair from inside first. When she went to Benjamin's room to get the wheelchair, she saw "Help Me" written in big black on the bedsheet. Seeing this, she became confused. She understood that something was definitely wrong here. But she couldn't tell Wallet about it. She was in a hurry, so she hid the bedsheet and came out with a wheelchair. The next morning, when the lawyer of this house comes here, Caroline takes him to her room. She knew this lawyer earlier, and it was he who had got her this job. She wanted to tell him that something was definitely wrong here. At this time, she takes out the bedsheet and shows it to him, on which "Help Me" was written. But it was strange. Now there was nothing written here. She also got confused and could not tell anything to the lawyer. The lawyer thought she must be stressed. That's why the lawyer leaves after giving her his card and says that whenever you need me, you can call. After seeing him go, Carol becomes even more confused. Firstly, all those things happening last night. Then, the locked Benjamin going out like this, and now "Help Me" being erased from this bedsheet. These things were clearly indicating that there was something paranormal in this house. That means some scary things are hidden here. She understands that the room and the lock in the attic must be the one that holds all the secrets. She now takes a flashlight and goes into the attic and looks down the hall. She finds out that someone had blocked the hall. She removes the wax from inside the keyhole, and then, with the same master key, she opens this room in the attic, which was not opening for so many days. On going inside, she sees many strange things kept there, like a skull in a jar, a baby before birth, pictures of many people, and a lot of things to be scared of. She understood that this must be connected to black magic. Now Wallet, who was searching for Caroline at home for a long time, reaches here calling out, and out of fear of her, Caroline hides. We clearly see that Wallet saw her hiding here, but she left without reacting. She also got a recording here and left from there with it. At night she went and met her friend. She was very scared of these things. She wanted to know what all this was about. Her friend, who had a lot of knowledge about magic, explained that it's actually hoodoo magic. In ancient times, it was used for personal benefit. But now, perhaps no one even knows this. Caroline, connecting the dots, realizes that the wallet is definitely behind all this, and this must be the reason for not installing mirrors in the house. That's why she takes a mirror into the house while leaving, and as per her thinking, the wallet gets very angry after seeing this mirror. When Caroline asks him the reason for his anger, Wallet doesn't hide anything and tells the truth that this house is really haunted. She tells that the people who used to live here before had a servant couple in their family, and both of them used to do hoodoo magic. They kept all the hoodoo magic stuff in that attic. When the people living in this house came to know that the couple was doing hoodoo magic on their children, they burnt the couple to death in the same attic. Then gradually all the members of this family started dying, and the only ones left were the 2 younger children on whom hoodoo magic was performed. They lived here for a long time, and then some time ago, Wallet and her husband bought this house from them. Whenever they place a mirror here, they see the shadow of the couple who were killed. Valet also tells Carol that the people who visited here had told her a lot about how to avoid the negative energy, due to which red-colored soil is used, and if positive type of magic is done on it, then it can keep the negative energy away from here. Seeing this, Caroline remembered that when she was coming here, there was similar red dust lying outside the fuel station. Here, Wallet also tells Caroline a big truth that her husband Benjamin is not paralyzed. Just because of hoodoo magic and the negativity here, such a situation has been created in his mind that he feels that he is paralyzed, and he acts as if he is paralyzed. He is not able to understand his real reality till date. Now Caroline, who had come here to treat Benjamin, thinks that instead of using modern methods, Benjamin should be treated in the old way. So she goes to a hoodoo magic expert and tells him about Benjamin's condition and the story of this house, and brings some things from him and asks him some methods by which she can treat Benjamin. Now when she comes and applies this magic on Benjamin at night, Benjamin actually starts speaking after the effect of the magic, and the strange thing was that he does not say that he is afraid of any entity. He tells Caroline that please save me from my wife Wallet. Hearing his voice, a frightened Wallet comes here and apparently starts expressing her love for him. Caroline and the man remain silent for the time being, and the woman does not say anything to Carol because Caroline had already hidden all the magic items away. Now after knowing the whole truth, Caroline decides to go to the lawyer who had given her his visiting card the very next day. She tells the lawyer everything about hoodoo magic, Benjamin's wallet, and the attic room in the house. She even tells that she had met a hoodoo magic expert, and when she applied hoodoo magic on Benjamin, he said save me from the wallet. The lawyer was still not able to believe what Caroline was saying. That's why Caroline takes him to the gas station where she saw the red dust. She felt that this place must have some connection with hoodoo magic, and that she would find someone here who would make the lawyer believe. On going inside, they meet a very old lady who was in a very strange condition at that time. When Caroline questions her about hoodoo magic, the old woman tells her that this line is drawn for those who practice hoodoo magic. Those who practice hoodoo magic never cross this line. Caroline asks why people do hoodoo magic. The woman says that most of the time, hoodoo magic is for personal gain, but one of the most dangerous hoodoo magic that most people do is to stay alive forever. Through hoodoo magic, these people insert their soul into another young body, and whenever they grow old, they do the same hoodoo magic again and again. The soul of those people who put their soul in the body dies after going into that old body, and in this way, those who do hoodoo magic get a new life. After hearing all this, Caroline understood that Valet also wanted to do some similar magic. She then quickly takes the lawyer to the mansion and applies the red dust brought from the old lady there, and notices that the valet is no longer able to throw out the red dust. That's why she quickly goes inside the house and now takes Benjamin out of the house. She wanted to take him away from there. But within this time, the valet had put a big lock on the house, the key of which Caroline did not have. To save Benjamin, she puts Benjamin back in a room and comes back inside to find the key. Upon entering, she encounters strange noises. She remembered that these voices were the same ones that the hoodoo magic expert had told her about. This was some kind of tantra mantra. She then went to the record where all of this was being displayed. There she found many of her own photos, and also a photo of the lawyer and her ring. Seeing this, she finds out the biggest shock and twist of the movie is that the hoodoo magic was being performed on none other than Caroline herself this time. She also understood that the lawyer was also involved with the wallet, and the lawyer finding her and bringing her here for the job was all a part of the plan. These people wanted to perform hoodoo magic on Caroline and put Valet's soul inside Caroline. And before Caroline could understand all this and run away, Wallet came from behind. Then, the lawyer comes and grabs her throat. They drag her to the place where they wanted to perform the magic. In order to save herself, Caroline gets into a scuffle with Wallet and throws her down the stairs, due to which Wallet's leg gets fractured. Now she comes upstairs to the hoodoo magic room, and as soon as she reaches there, she along with her friend calls 911 and tells them that 2 people here are trying to do hoodoo magic and want to take over her body. After this, to save herself, she drops the red dust brought from the fuel station all around her and then starts reciting the mantra she has with her. She felt that by doing this, she was saved. But here the valet started laughing loudly after seeing her. She laughs and tells her that you recited the mantra and you thought that this mantra will save you from us. Actually, that mantra was meant to trap you, and by reciting it, you put your life in more danger and made our work easier. And this red dust that you dropped around you is not really protection for you, but ease of work for us. Now, the wallet laughs and turns a mirror in front of her, inside which Caroline now sees many figures. All these figures were those on whom hoodoo magic had been performed at some point or the other. The black lady, who was famously killed, was not actually dead. She had already transferred her soul into the bodies of those children. Now finally, Caroline sees the same lady, and suddenly she falls on the ground, and now the souls from both the wallet's body and Caroline's body come out and shift inside each other's bodies, and all the burning candles get extinguished. It clearly meant that the purpose of the wallet was fulfilled. Now the wallet stands inside Caroline's body and is very happy to see itself. She then gives Caroline, now trapped in the former body of the valet, a strange liquid to drink, which causes her to become paralyzed, just like Benjamin. We are then shown the lawyer returning to Caroline. It turns out that the lawyer was actually Benjamin, and he had taken over the lawyer's body long ago. These people were happy today because they had succeeded in their plan once again. Now they had got young bodies, and they were not going to have any further worries for the next 30 to 40 years. While talking to each other, we come to know that both of them are the same people who used to be caretakers here years ago. These people now go near Wallet's body, which is now Caroline, and they say that we have taken over your body. You will never be able to prove this to anyone. We controlled you as per a complete plan. You thought you were going against us and taking on the knowledge of hoodoo magic. Actually, we wanted you to research about hoodoo magic and believe in hoodoo magic. Hoodoo magic works only on those people who believe in it, and you have made our work even easier by doing all the research yourself. Suddenly, there is the sound of cars stopping, and it is revealed that the police and Caroline's friend have come outside to help her. Her friend tries to talk to Caroline, but she feels something strange. But she can't prove to anyone that Caroline isn't inside Caroline's body right now. Caroline was now lying there paralyzed, unable to even tell her friend anything. She was just looking at her expectantly. The lawyer now tells Caroline's friend that Wallet has gone away after seeing Caroline. And now Caroline and he are going to live together in this house. Her friend was confused, but she could not say anything and went away from there. In the post-credit scene of the movie, we are shown the real Caroline and the lawyer who were inside the old bodies and looking at each other. They could do nothing but watch the spectacle of their own death, and the movie ends here just by showing them like this.